My name is Willie Lawson of the Saxophone Factory. Trust that you are well today. Just listening to some tunes. Getting ready to do this video. I've done a video about how to be a good student, how to be a good, what to look for in a teacher. And I've been doing some work up in our repair shop at our store. I've been washing rental trumpets, not been fixing anything at all. I leave all the fixing to the certified technicians that are really artisans. I witnessed something today, the manufacturing of a part of a tuba that's not available that happened in the shop today. And I was very, very impressed. So I'm not repairing anything. I'm just washing trumpets so they can be rented. And I've been up there for a couple of weeks. And it sort of sparked me to say, how do you find it, because your saxophone, flute, clarinet, trombone, will sometimes be in some sort of disrepair. And the worst thing that you can do is try to learn on something, especially a saxophone or clarinet or flute that doesn't work. That doesn't work like it's supposed to anyway. We can't, because what happens is we develop all sorts of bad habits to get it to work. We really need it to be in the best playing condition possible. So I thought, let's do a video today about how to find and keep a good repair guy. Let's get started with the video. All right, now we have boiled it down to five things. Five things that I think are really good. Not all of them will be possible, but it's the best possible situation. The first thing that I think is that if you can find a repair person who is local, someone that you can go to. Now, if you're somewhere where you have to send your horn off, that causes all sorts of other problems. If you have to send it, if you have to mail it or ship it or something, that the damage that it could get, get caused to it in the transit, in the shipping, sometimes will defeat the purpose of sending it in the first place. So the best thing you can do is find someone, if you can, depending on where you live, local, which means that you're going to have to get on the interwebs and look for repair shops near me, saxophone repair shops near me, and then go there. Now it might take a drive. Now, some of you, local is anywhere within the continental United States, or anywhere you can drive to, or anywhere you could fly to. Some of you, but most of us is anywhere that we could drive to, within a few minutes. So my first thing is try to find somebody local. And the reason you want to do that is because you want to meet them before you need them. I think it's like anything else, the worst thing you can possibly do is have an emergency repair and you're entrusting your instrument to someone you've not even met. You don't know anything. And the idea of meeting them first is that you get an idea what their experience is, you talk with them a little bit. Hopefully you can find someone that you can talk to. And that's tough because a lot of guys, a lot of technicians are super busy. And what they don't have time to do is come down and chat with you and just shoot the breeze. So you may need to go to that repair shop, or you may need to go to that music store a number of times, and in hopes of meeting the repair people. If you invest the time, I promise it'll be worth it, because what you want to know is their experience level. Even if you get to talk, even if you only get to talk to some of the people in the store and not the repair people, find out their experience level. How long have they been doing this? Are they certified? Have they gone to school? That's not a deal killer if they haven't gone to school. Not a deal killer. Because a lot of times experience makes up for a lot of things that school, formal education can't live up to. But it's good to find out. It's good to know, right? It's good to know if they're certified. It's good to know if they've been working on the job for 20 years, 20 plus years. Both of the repair people that I know personally have been doing this more than 25 years. I am blessed that I can choose between two people who have been doing this for a quarter century. Two people I trust, and I have had the pleasure of working with both of them. So I can entrust my instruments to either one of these people and be super cool. Um, and you get to know them. Small things first. If you're going to a repair shop that you've not been to before, you have, let's say you met the repair person or talked to them, and you feel comfortable with leaving your instrument with them. Please try the small stuff first. The small stuff, the stuff that you can easily see. This pad needs replacing on a saxophone, especially an alto saxophone. That D sharp key, that pad on that key sometimes will wear out. All the gunk flows down the back of the instrument and lays in that tone hole. See if that's something that that's it. A simple pad replacement sometimes. Um, Now, a lot of times, if an instrument needs one pad, it probably needs two or three. But a simple pad replacement. I'm not talking about an overhaul. An overhaul is when they take all the keys off your instrument and replace all the pads. I'm talking about a single pad or two, a simple adjustment, that kind of stuff. Try the small stuff first. See if you like it. See if you like how quickly they work. See if you like how they leave your horn. Did they wipe it down for you? Is it greasy because their hands were greasy? Is it fingerprinted up? Does it look worse when you get it back than when you gave it to them? And does the repair work? The thing that you sent it in for, does it now work? Small stuff first before you show up and go, I need my 1957 Mark VI overhauled, and you're going to hand it to somebody you've never seen before, that you've never even talked to. That's not smart. Not smart. Sorry. And whatever happens to you, you kind of beg for. So, and that's not going to, and usually it doesn't work out, usually, unless you get super lucky. Talk to them first. Small stuff first. Small stuff first. Fourth thing, no rush jobs early. Not even a small rush job. Do not go into a new repair shop with a new repair person and say, I need this by tomorrow. And especially if you need it by tomorrow. No. I'll tell you why. It's disrespectful. I've worked in a repair shop um, a couple of times. People who are good at their craft, they could do a rush job. They could. But you know what they'd rather do? They'd rather make sure every detail is taken care of. They'd much rather have you, be super pleased. They'd much rather have you be super pleased of the job they did. And they take pride, really good repair folks take pride in their work. They're not meatball surgeons who's going to put a piece of chewing gum somewhere and hand it back to you and go, oh, now it works. Or wrap a rubber band around something and go, oh, now it works. No, they're going to do it right. They're going to want to do it right. It's their reputation. So unless you know them and know them well, no rush jobs. Plan. Now, sometimes things happen. Things happen, and they're usually our own fault because we didn't notice or we didn't plan or whatever. But if you're looking for good repair people, please, no rush jobs, especially early in the relationship. No rush jobs. All right. Number 5, and this is very, very important because you're all thinking about this. Pay a fair price. If you want to get and keep a good saxophone repair person, pay them. Don't try to nickel and dime them. Don't try to negotiate down the price. of their work, of their art, don't. It's disrespectful. Pay them for what they're worth. Now, you may find that some people are very proud of their work, and they may be out, frankly, of your price range. They might be. And you might have to find somebody who is less experienced, has less certification, who will charge less, and know that you won't get as good a job. You might have to, if the price is really, really a problem, if the cost of a repair is really the problem. Most shops will give you an estimate first. You take it and they'll look at it and they'll give you most shops will give you an estimate first. And again, if it's too much for you, just say so. Say, I really can't afford that right now. They'd rather that than to try to go back and forth with them like it's some sort of bazaar where you can do haggling. Don't do that. Because if they become your repair person, you don't want to start the relationship off that way. If you've got more questions, write them down in the comments here on the Saxophone Factory, and we will address them. All right. Or I will address them. Anyway, we got to get out of here maybe for somebody else. So until I see you again, keep playing.